Hello, my name is Jake Marin. Welcome to the program training for advanced wood heating. This training today is going to lay out what some of the programmatic offerings and support for advanced wood heating we have here through the Efficiency Vermont and Efficiency Excellence Network. I would also like to point out before we get started that there are a variety of other resources, including a copy of the PowerPoint presentation that I will be giving today in the news and resources section of the Efficiency Vermont website under the contractor subsite. So I'll reference several of those resources throughout this training, and that's where everything should be located. So let's get started. The first thing I want to lay down is exactly what we mean by advanced when we talk about advanced wood heating. There's really four components that make up advanced wood heating, and at least as we refer to it, the first is all of the equipment, whatever equipment type you're talking about, needs to have highly efficient combustion. The second is low emissions. In particular, we're very interested in limiting particulate emissions. So we're looking for low particulate emissions, highly efficient combustion. But in addition to those two sort of equipment-based characteristics, we're also talking about the fuel and the source of the fuel. So equipment and sort of wood heating that supports healthy, sustainable forestry and wood that is locally sourced. These are sort of additional critical components of what make up advanced wood heating. So our support for advanced wood heating, these are really the topics I'm going to be addressing today. We have rebates on our rebate forms for both residential and small commercial applications. We also have large commercial custom rebates. There's a state tax exemption. I'll talk a little bit about that, and there are some financing opportunities as well as some additional incentives coming for advanced stoves, both pellet and cord wood. So the first one that I mentioned were the rebate forms. So this is specifically for or exclusively for central pellet and pellet only boilers and furnaces. You will find these for residential applications. You're going to utilize the residential heating systems form. And this is the form you're going to use when the system is serving one dwelling unit. So what I mean by that is it could be a single family home or it could be a multifamily building where each individual unit or the unit served by the wood heating system is only serving that one unit, not a central system that serves multiple dwelling units. The commercial HVAC form is what you'll utilize in a multifamily building with a central heating system where your advanced pellet system is serving multiple units. Also for commercial applications up to and including 5,000 square feet of space served by that. There's a qualified product list. And again, these underlined sections are hot links that you can access from the PowerPoint that you'll find on the news and resources section of the website. But essentially, you're just going in, you're ensuring that the equipment you're installing is on the qualified product list, and then after the product is installed, rebates are issued. So one thing that's new that we want to call out is we've now combined forces with the Clean Energy Development Fund, CEDF. And so we've combined, instead of running through two separate processes to get access to rebates from both Efficiency Vermont and CEDF, you now can access all available rebates exclusively through the single form that's managed by Efficiency Vermont. So there's a $3,000 rebate from Efficiency Vermont, $3,000 rebate from CEDF, and so you can get access to that full $6,000 by utilizing the one form that I mentioned earlier, either the residential heating system form or the commercial HVAC form. I do want to point out that the $3,000 portion attributed to CEDF must go to the contractor. So what that means is that, as you are familiar with, if you've participated in the CEDF program in the past, you, as the contractor, need to discount the $3,000 portion from CEDF. You must discount to your customer, and then you get reimbursed after the project is complete. The Efficiency Vermont portion, you have an option. You can either have it work just like the CEDF portion and discount the full $6,000 to your customer and get reimbursed, or if you and your customer decide that you'd rather have that portion go to the end user, to the customer, then you don't have to discount that additional amount, and we work just directly with the customer to rebate them directly after so they're going to pay you sort of that portion, and then they will get reimbursed from us. So it's optional either way. It just has to be specified on the rebate form which direction you'd like to go, and make sure, of course, you have this conversation with your customer so everybody's clear. For commercial installations only, there is an option to utilize the online rebate center. So you kind of have two options for commercial. You can either use our online PDF, as we are no longer printing rebate forms. You can go on, fill out the PDF or print it out, or you can utilize our online rebate center. This does provide access to, again, both the Efficiency Vermont and the CEDF rebates. And the online rebate center, for those of you who have never used it, it's sort of similar to purchasing something on Amazon, except instead of putting money in, you're sort of entering all this information and then you're getting your rebate back. It's a really slick way to access rebates. So jumping to our commercial custom program, this is going to be new to many of you as it is to us. So this is something that we recently launched. So the way that our commercial custom program works is for installations that are over commercial installations that are over 5,000 square feet, right? So they're no longer eligible for use on those forms. Now this triggers our commercial custom program. So the rebate level is $1.25 for every square foot of heated space that's connected to this qualifying system. There are no forms to fill out. There's no, really no official enrollment. You really just have to give us a call to make sure that we are aware that this program is happening, or I'm sorry, that this project is happening. We get you into the system. This can be either you give a call or your customer gives a call. We just need to know, what's going on. We want to make sure that the equipment that's going in is, well-designed system and is a qualifying system. So there is quite a bit more information, a lot of details. If you have not seen the detailed program guide, it's also downloadable right from that news and resources section. So please take a look at that to get all of the sort of detailed information about what makes these projects eligible, just to make sure that everything is going to work really smoothly on your project. You also may be aware that as of July 1st of 2018, the state of Vermont implemented a tax exemption, sales tax exemption for advanced wood heating equipment. So there have been a lot of questions about what exactly this applies to and does not apply to, but the way that we understand it is that, and this is coming right directly out of the legislation, is that equipment directly that's directly contributing to the operation of the system. In this particular case, we're talking about the boiler itself, the fuel storage or the conveyance equipment, that should be exempted from the state sales tax. Other parts of the system, when you're talking about distribution, circulator pumps, piping, emitters, none of that counts toward the sales tax exemption. So the most critical piece, at least from Efficiency Vermont and CEDF's perspective, is that if there is an exemption on the sales tax at point of purchase, that must be prominently displayed on the invoice to your customer. We will be requiring that you send in a customer invoice with all of your project information at the point of close. We require that for payment of rebates, and we need to see a line item displaying the sales tax that was not paid. So it sort of represents almost like an additional point of purchase rebate for the customer, or discount for the customer. Beyond this, if you have any specific questions, please contact the State Tax Department for more information. So we do have some great opportunities for financing of advanced wood heating projects. On the residential side, we have our Heat Saver loan. It's a really easy, quick application and qualification process with low interest, and can be an excellent opportunity for residential customers. On the commercial side, we have our business energy loan. With no closing costs and zero down. Again, it's a very smooth, quick, and easy application and qualification process. That's all I'm going to explain for right now. If you have any interest taking a deeper dive, go back to the News and Resources section. You'll see that we have individual trainings specifically dedicated to to going deeper on both the Heat Saver loan and business energy loan. So I mentioned in the beginning, we're in development of a pellet and cordwood stove program. These will be focusing on high efficiency, low emission stoves, and these are going to be, the mechanism for rebates here will be occurring at the point of purchase at participating retailers. So we will be reaching out with more information as we develop these programs. Okay, well that marks the end of this program training for advanced wood heating. Your next step is to go back to the News and Resources section. You will see that there is a link for a quiz, and in order to get credit for having taken this training, you need to take the quiz. The quiz is a recap of what we've covered today, and as I said, there are also some other resources there that will aid in your understanding and knowledge of the offerings in advanced wood heating. Thanks for joining.